Hey guys, I know you guys love my video, so I decided to make one really quickly. This one's going to be a really short one, primarily because of the nature of it, and I want to cover the topics of it more in depth in the future in a longer video. But if you're in the middle of a divorce and your soon-to-be ex-spouse decides to file for bankruptcy, what usually happens is that the issues pertaining to property division, for example, who's going to get the house, or how is the house going to be divided? Is it going to be sold and the proceeds divided, or certain debts are going to be split? That cannot be handled until the bankruptcy court issues a decree. Depending on whether your partner filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy or Chapter 13, there's different types. It's going to vary how long the divorce case is going to be on hold. When a bankruptcy is started or filed, it is filed in the federal courts. It's filed in the United States Bankruptcy Court. Now, federal law trumps state law in some respects, and so your federal case, which is the bankruptcy case or the case of your spouse, if they filed, will put a hold or a stay in certain parts of your divorce. Does that mean that you won't be able to get divorced? Not necessarily. You can still move forward with the termination of status, meaning you can go back to being single again if you want to remarry. But for the most part, if there are unresolved issues with respect to property division, that may tie things up. Aside from that, I know that many of you are under quarantine. I know that difficulties may be arising financially. A lot of you who did not qualify for Chapter 7 bankruptcy may be qualifying now, because if you didn't qualify under the income rule, meaning that you made more than the median income, or aside from the means test, which I'm not discussing here, didn't qualify you for Chapter 7, you may qualify for Chapter 7 now if your income has been reduced. For those of you who have gone through a bankruptcy attorney or have looked in the past into bankruptcy, may know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who don't know, what this means is that you may be able to qualify for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection, which is the liquidation bankruptcy. It's the one where you essentially wipe off most of your debt, with the exception of student loans, child support, spousal support, family obligations and such. You can't wipe those out. But for the most part, your consumer debts, credit cards, repossession, deficiency judgments, you may be able to get rid of those, but for the most part you will. So be aware of that. I think that a lot of people will now be able to qualify for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection with the reduced incomes as a result of COVID-19. So please discuss that with an attorney. I do Chapter 7 bankruptcies. If you're looking for that type of protection, please call my office, 209-300-7825. You guys know that I'm here for you. I'm currently still open, doing telephone consults, dealing with emergency family law cases, dealing with restraining orders, emergency custody visitation orders, and also the criminal cases that are constitutionally protected and have not waived time. Call my office, 209-300-7825. You guys have a good day.